Tuesday. I'm coming to you from my basement with my friend Leonard. We are going to do some math this morning, or this afternoon, whenever you're doing it. Grab your book, grab a pencil, and find a place where you can focus for a few minutes, and let's get started. Well, hello, grade 4. Here is our math for today. So our first section is on the theme, the math curricular strand of number sense. So that's just being able to see and understand numbers and know what they mean when you encounter them. So it's understanding how numbers work together and what they mean. So the first one says estimate the difference. So you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it by stacking them and adding them. Just estimate what you think it will be. So look at this. Imagine that it's 10 subtract 2. What would it be? 10 to subtract 2 is 8. So 100 subtract 21 is about 80, right? I could also just think in my head, okay, well, it's 79 because it's one less, but estimating, it's about 80. Estimate the difference. So 405, take away, subtract 220. So you guys could just do the front end rounding strategy here. Let's do 40. Subtract 22. That's an easy way to do it. So let's count back 40. So I'm going to count back 20. So 40. I'm going to write this out. Actually, I'm going to use my number line here. So 40 subtract 20. So 40, and it's not actually so I'm going to go back by 2 tens first. Back 2 tens, right? And then I'm just going to drop, so 2 tens back, and then so I would be at 40, 30, 20. Okay, so I'm at about 20. And then I'm going to go back 2 more. So 19 and 18. Okay, so I'm just counting back a little bit. So it would be about 180. Now I know I didn't take into account the 5, but we are estimating, and I use front end rounding as my estimating strategy. Okay, so I just kind of looked, okay, about 40, take away about 22, and then I just add the 0 back in there. So I'm just thinking in terms, okay, it's hard to think in 400, take away 220. It's a bit easier to think 40, take away 22, and then add the 0 back in. Okay, you could also use your own strategy. So maybe you have a different, estimation strategy, then try that too. This is asking me to subtract. It's not saying estimate, so I'm actually going to do the whole subtraction. 346 subtract 232. Okay, and I'm going to use grandpa's way. So I start with my ones. I'm going to switch colors on my pen. 6 subtract 2 is 4. 4 subtract 3 is 1, and 3 subtract 2 is 1. So 114. Now it's asking me to subtract again. So I'm going to use the same strategy. I'm going to stack my numbers so that my ones, my tens, and my hundreds are all right over each other. Oh, that's a 7, not another 4. Fancy 7. We are subtracting. We're finding the difference. My monster's kind of in the way, but that's fine. 8 subtract 7 is 1. 6 subtract 4 is 2. 5 subtract 4 is 1. 121. Now, if you use a different strategy, I know some of you like to add in your head and subtract in your head. Awesome. That's cool too. I just wrote it out so everyone could see. So I stacked up my ones, my tens, and my hundreds, and then we just subtracted them. Okay, there was not even any regrouping or borrowing to do there, so that's good. Sheila had $90. She bought 2 books for $18 each. How much money does she have left over? So first, let's do 18 plus 18, and then we can subtract that from 90. So 18 plus 18. Okay, and I'm gonna break up my number. 8 plus 8 is 16. 10 plus 10 is 20. So together, that's going to be 6 plus 0, 110 plus 210, 10's 36. So she had $90, and now we know that she spent 36 of those dollars. So now we're going to do 36, and we're going to take that away we're going to subtract it from 90. So I'm going to do that over here. 90, and I'm going to subtract 36, and the reason I'm making it big is I am going to be actually using Grandma and Grandpa's way and doing a little bit of regrouping, which is always good to practice and watch, because there's a few people that still go, what do I do with the steps? And that's totally okay, but make sure you're watching and paying attention so you know your steps. So 0 subtract 6. I can't do it. I have 0. There's none. Can I take 6 away from all of the pieces in my hand? The answer is no, I cannot. So I'm going to break up a 10. So I go to my neighbor, I borrow a 10. So now there's 8 10s here, but I have a 10 here. 10 subtract 6 is 4. 8 subtract 3, think about it. You could use your doubles facts. Right, it's 5. Because 8 subtract 4 is 4, so 8 subtract 3 is only 5. So she has $54 left over after she bought her books. Not bad. She still has $54 left over. Okay, so make sure you put the dollar sign, because it asked how much money does she have left over. You want to put the dollar sign there so that you know it's not 54 cents, right? Okay, because that's important. Our question of the day. Dad ordered 2 smoke detectors and a fire extinguisher. The smoke detectors were $20.89 each, and the fire extinguisher was $44.95. If you paid with a $100 bill, what was his change? So this is a 2-part question. We have to start by figuring out the total, okay? We have to figure out the total of how much he spent on all of this. And then we have to figure out how much that would be subtracted from 100. So I am going to work through that right now with you guys. You grab my workspace here, and yeah, we're going to work through it. So I'm going to get you, just focus your attention. I don't have my paper handy and I don't want to stop the video. Focus your attention on this square here. Okay, focus your attention on this square here. I'm just going to put this there to make it a little bit easier to focus. So he ordered 2 smoke detectors and a fire extinguisher. The smoke detectors were $20.89 each. If he ordered 2 of them, we need to add, let's do $20.89. Let's figure out the smoke detectors first. So he had 2 of them. We're going to add $20.89 2 times. Okay, and I'm going to switch colors so you can see my work. 9 plus 9 is 18. So I'm going to put my 8 here, and my 10 goes up there, or it's a decimal, so, but just 10th goes up here, my 10th. Okay, 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 more is 17. Make sure you keep your decimal place there. I have $1 to go up there. 0 plus 0 is 0, but we have the 1 up here, right? So there's 1 plus 0 is still going to be 1. 2 and 2 is 4. So he spent $40.78 on smoke detectors. And now we're going to also add the fire extinguisher, which cost $44.95. So I'm just going to be clever here. I'm going to add them right here. So this line is here. Don't get confused. I'm just going to put my $44.95 right underneath. So I can add, this is my smoke detectors, and this is my fire extinguisher. Right? I'm making sure I've added all the things. Now we're going to add them together. 8 and 5. So think about it. 8 and 5. How would you add that in your head? Okay, maybe you think 10 and 5 is 15. So 2 less than that is 13. So I put a 3 there. I have my 10th. It goes up here. 7 and 9. So it's actually 8 plus 9 because I have this other 10. So 8, right? 1 and 7 is 8 plus 9. 8 plus 9, think about it. Right, it's 17 because 9 plus 9 is 18 and 8 plus 9 is 1 less than that. So it's 7 put my dot there, my decimal point, 17. Then I have a dollar, right? Because this was a dollar, 107, 170 cents, 173. So 1 plus 1 is 2. And then I add it to the 4. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 4, 4, 5, 6, $6. And 4 plus 4 is 8. So Dad spent a total of $86.73 on smoke or fire safety equipment. That's very responsible, also very important. So now all we have to do, we figured out how much he spent in total. His total was $86.73. So he's at the store, he's buying these things, and they say $83.73, please. And Dad says, I'll give you a $100 bill. So I'm going, a $100 bill is like saying $100, right? With money, there's always the decimal point. He had a $100 bill and he had $86.73. So, okay, so we figured out the total. He spent $86.73. And now we need to figure out his change. So he's gonna spend this $100 bill here. And I'm doing it on a sticky note because the first time I filmed this, I didn't like the way that it looked so close together. So now you know it's on the sticky note. It's going to really change. You can see that I'm moving on to a different math question that's part of the same problem. Okay, so he had a $100 bill and he had spent $86.73. So I'm going to line that up underneath. $86.73. Okay. And I need to do a little bit of regrouping here, to say the least. So I can't do any of these subtract 0. So I'm going to have to regroup. Just to do this one here, I need to regroup I need to borrow from borrow and move some things around. So let's go and do that right now. Okay, so 0 subtract 3, I can't do it, can't do it, can't do it, can't do it. I need to break up this $100 bill. So I take the $100 bill and I break it into 10 $10 bills. So I have 10 $10 bills. Oh, I could do that, but I need to move it this way. So I borrow one $10 bill and I break it into $10, $10 loonies. So I have 10 loonies. Oh, but I need to borrow one of those loonies and I need to break them into dimes. So now I have 10 dimes. Oh, I need to break up one of those dimes. And now I have 9 dimes, and now I'm gonna have 10, we don't use them anymore, but 10 pennies. So I have 10 pennies, subtract 3, 10 pennies, subtract 3 pennies, 10, subtract 3, and that's gonna give me 7. I have 9 dimes, subtract 7 dimes, and it's gonna give me 2. I have 9 loonies, $9, subtract $6. It's gonna give me $3. And then I have 9 $10 bills, and I'm gonna subtract 8 $10 bills, and that is gonna give me 1 $10 bill. So my total change, Dad's total change, is $13.27. Make sure you add the dollar sign because that helps your the person reading your solution understand that it's not 13.27 cents. It's $13.27, $13.27. Okay, let's move on to the next one. It is saying we are going to do another fraction today. I'm ready with my handy dandy markers, and they're asking to color 1 part blue and 4 parts green. So I have my smelly markers today. I'm going to do the 1 part blue. Okay, and now I need to do 4 parts green. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have almost completed the directions. Okay. Now, they're asking us to make some fractions to answer some questions. So let's just go over the total number is the denominator. That's what's going to go on the bottom. So all together, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. This is divided into 6 equal pieces. So all of my fractions are going to have the denominator, the bottom number of 6, right? Because it's all out of 6 pieces. Now let's do a little bit of reading. So what fraction of the circle is blue? 1 out of 6. 1/6. What fraction of the circle is green? 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6. 4/6. What fraction of the circle is not colored? 1 out of 6. 1/6. See? That's pretty easy. Okay, let's move on to your other piece of math for today. It's asking you to solve the riddles. So each letter is represented by a product or quotient as shown below. So you're either going to be doing multiplication or division. Now these look like adding symbols, guys. These little things that look like adding symbols, that's just bad photocopying for, sorry about that. Those are divide. So a quotient is the answer in division. A product is the answer in multiplication. So you guys, we're gonna go through this right. I'm gonna do the first part to show you what you do, and then I'm gonna have you pause the video and work through it yourself, because this is great practice. Okay, so solve the riddles. Each letter is represented, so all we have to do is solve to find out what letter. So 15 divided by 3, okay, 3 times 5 is 15, so my answer is 5. You can even just put your 5 here, and then you look, okay, 5 is A, and we're trying to solve what do you call a bear with no teeth. So 5 is A. 8 times 5, 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, 8 times 5 is 40, so I go and I find 40. Oh, 40 is G. Okay, 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. I'm just going to put the answer there. You don't have to. It's just so that everyone can keep track of what I'm doing. So I know it's 25. I'm going to 5 25, and that's U. A, G, U. 6 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. So then I would find 30. M. Oh, I think I know what the joke is. 10 times 3 is also 30. So I don't even have to look up to know that 30 is M, right? 30 is M. 14, and remember it looks like addition, but it is division. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So then I go and I look here. Where is 7? Where is 7? The 7 is right here. Okay, so what do you call a bear with no teeth? You could probably guess, but let's check. 7 times 2 is 14. You know what? I'm just going to do these real quick. 60 divided by 6 is 10. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So let's go through. And guys, if you were saying, how does Mrs. Oaks do that so quick? Practice, 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 practice. You need to practice those facts so that they come quick and you're not spending all your mental energy trying to remember which one's which. This is a great time to be practicing those facts because they should come quick. If you practice them, I'm snapping my fingers. They should come quick. Okay, 14 is B. 10 is E. 5, remember it's 5, is A. And 4 is, yeah, you guessed it, R. So I'd like you to pause the video and then come back and watch the quick solution. So the quick solution. Okay, so I was going over the solution for this, and you guys might have realized there is an error here, because if you did this one properly, it would, like, according to the rules, it would be YYS, so YZ, which isn't a word, but you can forgive the person who made this for her mistake, because she makes a lot of really wonderful resources, and sometimes we make mistakes. So the top one, what do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. The second one, can a kangaroo jump higher than the Empire State Building? Yes. And again, there is this one here. When I did it originally, I realized that it says Y, because 70 divided by 10 is 7. But I believe when I look at the answer key, she just made a mistake because it's YES in the answer key. So I think it's just a small mistake there. But yes, the Empire State Building can't jump. And for the last one, why do basketball players love donuts? Because they dunk them. So you can pause this video and check your work if you'd like. But again, you should have gone through and practiced those facts. That's very helpful for you. All right, apart from the mistake, I hope this worked out for all of you. Okay. In for this math video, guys. I hope it was helpful. And I will see you back again tomorrow, Wednesday, for more math.